Hi, this is Adise Boucher, the New Money Mama. Welcome to today's webinar, 3 money mistakes made by every woman and 3 simple ways to adjust for abundance. I want to welcome you and acknowledge you for being here today. Give yourself a pat on the shoulder. And also, let's acknowledge the people who let you know about this webinar, whether it was a friend on Facebook or whether it was a friend or a nanny or a husband who's taking the kids so that you can listen in on this call. Let's send them a kiss out in the air. Mwah! Always got to give thanks. All right, let's get started. So I'm sharing with you today this webinar by screen share. Tune on in, make sure your volume's up and you have made your screen full. What you will gain today is becoming aware of habits that may be getting in the way of what you want, and how to start experiencing more abundance when it comes to money. So would it be all right to share with you a little information about myself? My name is Adise Boucher, and I'm the CEO of New Money Mama and the creator of the Vivid Mind Method. That's a program to break free from limiting beliefs, and it's the most effective way to develop a new and true mindset about your worthiness for abundant joy and financial prosperity. I'm also a wife and a mother of 2 daughters. I'm a money breakthrough mentor for women and families. I help them connect the thoughts they have to the dollars they get. Did you hear that? Connect the thoughts they have to the dollars they get. I'm also blessed to partner up with charities that help women in other countries educate themselves out of poverty. Anytime you invest in your personal development through New Money Mama, a portion of your purchase goes to educating a woman on the other side of the planet. Now, I have just one rule for the next 30 minutes. For this call, I promise to give you 100% of the materials I have prepared for you. In return, I ask that you be 100% present. Close out Facebook, shut down the video game, invest 30 minutes in your wealth mindset. I also suggest that for this call you have a piece of paper handy for notes. There's a couple things you're going to want to jot down. So grab that now or open up a Word document. So I've told you this great stuff about my life now as a wife, a mother, a mentor, but my life wasn't always this bright. I used to be completely stressed about money. I was clueless about how much money I had at any given time, and I felt disheartened. You know, payday was bittersweet because I knew that once the money came home, it was immediately gone. I felt broke. My credit cards had dibs on my money. My bank, my car, and everyone had dibs on it before I did. So it felt like not having money. My husband and I lived in this small 2-bedroom apartment with ugly brown carpet that should have been replaced at least a decade earlier, and we had no dishwasher. So we lived right down the street from this Dairy Queen, and any of you who know me know that I love ice cream. It was so hard to live so close to Dairy Queen and feel like getting an Oreo cookie blizzard was going to break the budget. If you've ever caught yourself saying, I'm just trying to survive, or I'm barely hanging on, you know how I felt. It was not fun or peaceful. But then I learned some powerful tools and techniques that helped me release stress and free myself from that trapped feeling, helped me grow in confidence so I didn't have to worry about how things would be paid for. And I began feeling prepared for surprise expenses. Surprise expenses, they're inconvenient, but they're not devastating. As a result, I get to live my life's passion and show other women how I freed myself. I get to teach them how their language and their habits affect how much money they receive for themselves and their families. So my biggest hurdle now is just keeping up with all of the opportunities that keep showing up. So I'm always keeping an eye out for other women to partner up with who are like thinkers to help me spread the message of hope and financial prosperity. Have you been wondering, how in the world do I get more money in my life? I'm doing all I can. How do I get more of it? Well, I'm so excited to talk with you today. Let me share with you why I do these calls. Why women? Why do I talk about money? I am passionate about helping women remember their power. When a woman says yes to her economic power, she simultaneously says yes to other parts of her life that are seemingly unrelated to money. Women are who will change this economy. Banks, businesses, and marketers, they're paying more attention to how women handle money. They're using terms like the female dollar and sheconomy. Women use money differently. Different things drive women to spend, earn, and save money than what motivates men. Now, if businesses are spending big bucks studying women's money power, why are there still women who think they have no power over money? I still see women who think they should not or cannot do anything that will pay them more money. See, men have been primarily the ones concerned with creating wealth for their families. But when both men and women are partnered with prosperity thinking, all of us benefit. I see women who suffer from lack of faith in themselves. I see women who think they have to choose between love and money when they can have both. I know women who are wanting to help the helpless, feed the poor, heal the hurting, but they're feeling guilt because they don't have the money to do that. They don't have the money to do that which they feel compelled to do. I see families trapped in bad jobs, bad relationships, no relationships because of lack of money. In fact, I found myself in that position when I was 20 years old in an abusive marriage, thinking I could not leave because of the lack of money. I know when a woman says yes to creating and attracting more money, she opens up the channels for her heart to flow out all of the beauty, the strength, the service, the charity that she has within her. She gives other women permission to say yes. Think about it. Where would you send money if you gave yourself permission to receive all the money that you needed and wanted? What would you use it for? I know that when a woman says yes to money, she changes her own economy. And when she changes her personal economy, a whole family is lifted up. Husbands, children, neighbors, causes that she believes in are lifted up. Tonight, we're going to focus on 3 of the most common mistakes women make regarding the topic of money. I'll cover what each money mistake is, why women make these mistakes, and 3 simple tips to start adjusting these mistakes into abundance habits. Okay, let's get started. So money mistake number 1, women are intimidated by money. Now some of you might be thinking, whoa, that's not me at all, Adise. But stick with me here. I've worked with women of different economic backgrounds, from women who lived in their car to women who own multiple businesses. And there are different ways women express intimidation of money. Do people work hard for their money? Yeah, everybody works hard. People work long hours, extra jobs, they do hard things to earn money, and they do it for a long time. Most people work hard for their money, but they actually never see it. They get a piece of paper from their employer or look on a bank website that says there's money. Then they get mail from different companies that say, hey, we're taking some of your money. And so when people say, I never see my money, it is literally true. On the few occasions they actually see some of that green rectangular paper, people act all weird. Some react like they just spotted a celebrity in the grocery store. They squeal and they chase after it. Ah! And they're shocked by it. Some people are really uncomfortable by money. Some people try to act like money means nothing. Some are disgusted by money. See, overall, there's just this power struggle and intimidation. It changes our behavior. Anytime money changes your behavior from who you naturally are, there is intimidation at play. We've lost the connection with money, and so money loses a physical connection with us. Now, I myself was very guilty of behaving like money didn't matter, like I wasn't impressed. And really, I had this ingratitude and discomfort from my childhood experiences, from when I was living below the poverty line. So later in life, when I met wealthy people or celebrities, I'd pretend like I wasn't impressed at all by what they did. And I sometimes even rolled my eyes when they spoke about their passions. I was so rude, so very rude, really. I have a distinct memory of going to dinner at the home of a local college football coach, and I kept interrupting him because he was talking about one of his loves, which of course was football. And then mocking the conversation when he changed the topic to accommodate my rudeness. He changed the topic to another passion, which was golf. Now, do you think that I was ever invited again to his house for dinner? Would you invite me to dinner after that behavior? Now, what about you? How do you feel around money? Get your piece of paper and write this sentence. When it comes to money, I sometimes feel, and complete that statement with the attitudes that apply to you. Maybe for you it's different. Maybe you're mostly good with money, but you catch yourself sometimes responding weirdly. Is it fanatical? Is it disgust? Is it apathy? What do you sometimes feel? When it comes to money, I sometimes feel. Be aware. I personally see and know a lot of women who repel money, even when they say they want more of it. Our words and our gestures send out clear signals. Now, pay attention to these. Which of these sound familiar to you? Be aware of which you say or which you think, and then write them down on your paper. Oh, I'm no one. I can't have you. Or I'm just little me. I don't need too much. Money brings nothing but trouble. People who have a lot of money are greedy. They're so materialistic. Oh my gosh, I better use this up because I'll never have money again. And that's kind of comical because then I see them use up the money and then it's gone. It's funny, but it's also sad. And the one that I surprisingly hear a lot is, I hate money. Now, do they really hate money? No, they hate not having enough of it. If money was a dinner host, do you think he would invite you to dinner with any of these attitudes? Are you picking up on the clues? After this call is over, rewrite any of the phrases that you found yourself saying or thinking, and then create new ones that align with your willingness to invite more money into your life. See, every woman has a money thermostat that determines how much money she will allow in her space. If she has too little money, her worry kicks on and she finds just enough money to get to her preset level. If she gets a little higher amount than she is used to, the thermostat kicks on to chase the extra money away. So basically, we just adjust in order to kind of stay in the same emotion that we've always felt in regards to money. Think about it. Does your household have more money now than you did a year ago? How about 3 years ago? 5 years ago? Even if you're making more money now, do you still feel like money is tight? What is it that hasn't changed? If the money's changed, something else hasn't. So here's tip number 1. Write this down. Carry cash with you. Now, I don't mean wads of cash. At first, you can start with a $1 bill and then call him your money buddy. And get used to always having George with you, like he's a pal. You learn to keep money company without chasing it away or demeaning it. Get used to physically seeing money. Remember that people don't see money, so they feel like they don't have money? Carry it with you. And always remind yourself, I have money, because you physically, literally do. Can you imagine how long a friend would stay around with you if you kept chasing her away? If you kept demeaning her and thinking, oh, it's just one friend. Oh, it's just $1. So as you get used to carrying $1 bill, graduate to also carrying a $2 bill with you, then a $5 bill, then a $10 bill, then a $20 bill to the party. I personally carry each denomination of bills every day. These are my money buddies. So write down, what denomination will you start carrying with you, and when are you going to start doing that? Go ahead, write it down. Now, before we go on, take note. How do you feel about this idea? What are you feeling? Notice the emotions and thoughts you have. So on that same paper under tip number 1, write, I feel this idea is, and fill in the blank. Got that? We want to be aware of any emotion that comes up whenever we talk about, deal with, or maneuver around money. Let's go to money mistake number 2. Money mistake number 2 is women over-focusing on reducing costs. Now, how many of you have done couponing before? How many of you have slashed your budget to bare bones but are finding that things are still tight? You know, a couple years ago, I went through a phase where I thought all I needed to do was get serious, cut my budget, and live on way less to bring peace to my family. And while I did gain some valuable insights from the experience, I found that the cost of living would just not stay still for me. Gas prices went up. Food prices went up. The cost of utilities went up. The kids got bigger. They ate more. They outgrew clothes, even though I told them not to. The price of everything except houses went up. Most of us just cannot cut anymore. Are you feeling that way? See, but cutting costs is a very common tactic for women, often because we're the ones who step out of the work field to stay home and raise our little people, or because we're the ones who support our husbands getting their educations first, or because we think that in order to earn more money, we must sacrifice time with the people we love. And so we think that the only economic good we can do is stay home and reduce costs. And I'm here to tell you that you can increase the income and the money and the abundance that flows to you, even if you choose to stay home to raise children. The way we talk about money, the way we think about money, the way we interact with money affects how much money comes into our families and how much it blesses us. I see or hear women scouring deal blogs and coupon websites at minimum several hours a week, and at worst all day long, just to save a few dollars. Cutting costs is the only one little part of the Money Mama's plan, but it's been taken to such an insane extreme, and women are ignoring the other parts of their economic abilities. I just want to be clear. Living within one's means is certainly part of a wise financial plan, but women tend to make it the only part of their financial plan. I'm not knocking couponing or bargain shopping. I'm emphasizing that there are several parts to a new Money Mama's plan, and women are ignoring some of their more powerful gifts. Okay, so let's say that this green bar on the left measures money, and let's say that you are here as far as how much money you're currently managing. How much you can cut is finite. There is a floor to it. You can cut, but the lowest you can cut is to 0. And for most people, that just isn't realistic. It's not sustainable mentally, physically, or relationally. But let's say that somehow you're able to cut out all of your expenses. When unexpected costs come up, where else can you cut? When the prices of things go up, where else can you cut? There is nowhere else to go in that direction. But how much you can grow your income is infinite. You can add another $100 to your month. You can add another $500, another $1,000. I have a program in which I share with you how you can find at least an extra $300 each month. There are so many options when we're looking up. There's a limit to cutting costs, and there are no limits to raising income. Where's your focus? Mathematically, there is no barrier to increasing income, while there is definitely a barrier to cutting costs. And I can tell you from experience that it is much more satisfying to look into the sky for inspiration than it is to scan the ground looking for pennies. There is no physical barrier to increase your potential. The usual barriers are educational or emotional. And educational means you don't know what's available or how to do it. And emotional means you don't believe that you are capable or that you are worth much pay, that it works for others but not for you. Unfortunately, both of those things can be fixed. So what can you do to help expand your focus into a healthy money strategy? Get your paper. Here's tip number 2. Track new money. See, we're so accustomed to focusing on tracking the money that we're spending. Track your expenses, track your expenses, track your expenses, track the money going out. And while that is an important part of a money plan, let me tell you that there is a wise blessing that comes in focusing on the money that is coming to you. Track your income, track all of the blessings, track all of the income and resources and people, all of the wealth that is coming to you. So write down whatever money comes into your life. Shift your focus. You know how when you go to a wedding and guests sign in a book to say that they were there? Well, when your money buddies come, you sign in for them. It looks something like this. You get a sheet of paper, and at the top write, money comes to me every day, and write 1 through 30 on it. Now these numbers represent the next 30 days. In each day, find a way to acquire or receive money. The amount doesn't matter as long as you receive some money each day. You can sell something, you can provide a service, find it under a couch, whatever, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical. Now record these numbers and have the list posted where you can see it as a reminder to find money that day. Now let me remind you, the amount does not matter. What we're doing here is training your brain to recognize money that is coming to you. See, most of us have money coming to us all the time, but we don't notice it because we're focusing on the amounts that are going out. So train your brain to see incoming. And as your brain becomes much more in tune to incoming wealth, it starts to recognize opportunities revealing themselves where you can tap into more money. Are you willing to do this experiment? Okay, if you do it, send me an email when you do it and tell me what happened, and I'll give you a gift. Now, if you want to go an extra step, put that money in a jar and don't touch the money until the 30 days are up. If you end up with 30 cents total, that's fine. The total is not what matters. Just don't touch this money until the 30 days are up and you've accounted for it on your sheet. I want you to physically see the money that has come to you. And if you want to take it even further and learn how to make that money increase the following 30 days, email me. Email me at the end of 30 days to evaluate what you have found, and we'll see what we can decipher together. See, with New Money Mama, you're not only going to become a master of your current money, but you will become a master at attracting new money. Is this information helpful? I hope so, because learning to look at money differently is going to alter how you receive it in your life, how frequently, and how big it comes to you. Have you ever been in a boat? I was in Florida the first time someone let me steer a boat. Probably not the best decision for them, but they let me steer it anyways. So we were in the Gulf of Mexico, and it was so interesting because just the slightest turn of the steering wheel led the boat to take us in a drastically different angle. And it's amazing how simple adjustments in our interaction with money start taking us on an entirely new course. I have learned that the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the habits we form directly impact our experience with money. Did you know that even your body language affects how much money you get? Are you aware that many of your money beliefs today stem from things that you picked up during childhood? That's the kind of stuff you're going to learn with New Money Mama. That's the kind of awareness I want you to develop in order to increase your family's abundance. If you'd like to have a live experience with me where I can share with you more insights and tools to transform your abundance, make sure you're subscribed to Mama's Money Zine. There is where you'll hear about when events happen near you, and then we can chat live. Are you ready to see what money mistake number 3 is? All right, money mistake number 3 is waiting for something or someone else to change. Now, how do you think I know this? This one is a big one for me. I have done a lot of work in this, and I still have to catch myself every so often from doing this. My poor husband has been the target of my frustration when I've missed out on something because I was waiting for him to be excited about it and do it with me. See, sometimes we women get a really cool idea of something we want to do or have or experience, and the action step that we take is try to put it in a spouse's mind or a friend's mind or even our kid's mind. And if that doesn't work, we try pleading. And if that doesn't work, we try cramming it in their head or trickery. Now, any of these techniques may seem to work, and we think we're on our way to what we want. However, it usually sticks short term because our spouse, our child, our friend, they decide to put your luggage down and they continue on their own path. And we then get mad at them for not being on board or for dropping the ball. And we end up feeling like, hey, what happened? I thought we both wanted this. But the other person set down your idea. Not because they don't care about you, but because guess what? They have their own thoughts and stories and passions to address and to do something about. It isn't fair for you to expect someone else to live your life and fulfill your own dreams. There is a reason why a desire was planted in you. If you get an idea for your life, then it is you who gets to make it happen for you. If inspiration comes to your mind, it means that it's something for you to address. In case I wasn't clear, it's you, my dear. So tip number 3, take daily action. Now, when women hear this tip, some think this means tomorrow they must be halfway to their goal. And this is not at all what I mean. Take one little step towards something you want. What idea have you been inspired by? What value do you want to honor? How much money do you want to attract in your life? Want to get your money organized? Okay, stop waiting on your spouse if he's not interested. Today, that may mean you put your dollar bills and debit cards in order in your wallet or purse. Or you go clean up the coins from the bottom of the car. You want to get your body in order? You go put on your walking shoes and walk to the end of the street and back. You want to attract more money? Find some money before you go to bed today and write it on day 1 of your 30-day Find Money Challenge from tip number 2. Waiting only deflates an idea. And when you get an idea, that is the time to take action on it. That doesn't mean you have to have it completed now or you have to know how to all work out. It just means you must take a step toward it. It's just like when we're driving a car at night. When we're driving and those headlights are shining down this dark street, we don't freak out because we can't see all the way to our destination. We know that as we keep driving forward, those lights will continue to show a new part of the road. So just take a step. I am the new money mama, but before that, I am a wife and a mom. My children are small. Right now, when my kids are in a stage where they depend so much on me, there's only so much time I can dedicate to accomplishing the other missions that I know I was sent on this earth to serve. We all have our own situations, right? It could be health or relationships or whatever. I get that. We all have our thing. A couple of years ago, I got so extremely frustrated with my progress because I felt that I should already be on the speaking circuit. I should be creating large conferences to empower women and also be in the country of India teaching villages of women how to create incomes to get out of poverty. Now, isn't that crazy that I was beating myself up about that? The reality is that at this stage of my life, I have maybe 15 hours a week where I can take baby steps toward this reality. And I may only have 20 minutes to send out emails to clients and partners, but every day I take action. And despite my present demands as a mommy, my business continues to grow. It does. And I'm amazed at the power of the daily step. I have awesome mentors. and many awesome opportunities to learn from fantastic people like you. I continue to have wonderful personal and spiritual experiences, and my outlook is so bright. I may not yet be in India bringing hope to women there, but I dedicate a portion of every ticket and mentoring package that you Money Mamas purchase, and it goes to an organization who can be in India for me. You see, we can modify how we interact with our dreams today. We can be flexible, and as long as we take a daily step, we continue to move towards that dream. At the end of each night when I'm getting ready for bed, my spirit feels so happy because I know I am still moving in the right direction. I am ever so grateful that I learned the power of a daily baby step. So get your paper and write this down. What is a small step I can take today to invite the abundance I want? Now the goal here is to write a small step. So if you wrote, clean my house, that is too big. Choose instead, clean off the top of my nightstand. Is it something that can be done in an hour or less? Then it's game. Go ahead, answer the question. What is a small step I can take today to invite the abundance I want? Ready? Go. Okay, let's move forward. Why do women sometimes wait on things to change? Why do women sometimes wait on things to change before they will adjust what they do with money? And the truth is, maybe they don't know how to get the thing they want. They don't want to do it alone. They're scared to do something different. Maybe they're afraid they're going to have to sacrifice something important. They have doubts in their abilities or value. And plain and simple, changing is not easy. No, changing is not easy. This is why it's vitally important to connect with a group of women who support you in adjusting to a new and better course. See, as much as I've learned about money over the years, still today I go where success-minded women go. I go to events, I participate in masterminds, I make new friends, I link arms with people who support me in my journey to make sure that I feel supported in my journey. See, as long as I feel supported, I'm going to keep going. And I know that those friends will support me on the days where I feel like quitting. May I share an option with you? What often happens when someone has decided it's time to make more money, they get stuck on what to do next. And if they don't know what to do next, they end up doing what? Nothing. Yeah, nothing changes. I've met so many women unsure of how to get started on making money that I created a resource called Find an Extra $300 This Month and Every Month. How much money? $300 every month. This recording is perfect for women who are too busy to go get a full-time job. Either they already have one, or they have children at home, or they rather work for themselves. Who do you know that stays at home and wants more money to enter their home? Write their names down. In this recording, you will learn easy adjustments to stop your money leaks. You'll find money that is hiding in your home. You'll get ideas to receive money for what you already know. And you'll discover how hobbies can become businesses that fit around your family life. This resource is for women, but guess what? It also works great for teenagers who are looking for ideas they can do now to begin creating an income. And did you know that teenagers creating their own income is suspiciously like mom and dad not having to give them any money? Yeah, so get these resources if you have teenagers. Now, do I only want you to find $300? No. So in this recording, you'll learn 3 paths to finding at least $300 every month, and then how to set up these paths to grow that money as big as you need or want. Now, wouldn't it be great to receive an extra $300 this month and every month on top of what you are already receiving? This recording also comes with a guide that includes 100 ideas on where to find money. Do you think that out of 100 ideas, you can find at least one that you can implement? Heck yeah, you're going to find multiple ideas that you can implement right now. The price for this PDF and recording is $35. And the people who have listened to the information on this recording and implemented it have said things like, good stuff, I already found money this morning. And had a couple of aha moments. First, looking how I was raised with money and how it was still affecting decisions I make about money today. I have the power to change my story. Yeah, you do have the power to change your story. Now, also in my experience with money creation and financial counseling, I've learned that techniques without mindset is futile. So I'm going to include something for you to help you focus your mindset on your ability to create and attract money. Recently, I was approached by a dozen different women asking me how to build a vision board that works. They knew that mine was working. They had heard of vision boards, but either they didn't know how to create one, or they were taught some incorrect information that left them with pretty works of art, but very few, if any, actual dreams coming true. When I took a look at the boards that they had made, I saw that most of them were guesswork. They were pretty to look at, but they weren't fun to look at a year later when none of it had come true. Would you like to build a vision board that actually generates real-life results on a consistent basis? Well, I've created this 37-page guide and video kit that shows you exactly how to create a vision board that works. This is the exact information I've used to attract vacations, tech gadgets, tens of thousands of dollars in my checking account, houses, cars, relationships, and habits. It truly does work. Now, how many of you want a vision board like that? There's a reason why I build my vision board the way that I do, and it's because it downright works. My kit, A Vision Board That Works, will describe exactly the science and woo-woo why good vision boards work. It'll show you the order in which to place images on the board and tell you the 3 things that every vision board must have to be effective. You'll also see how to choose what goes on your board, and you'll learn the one thing you should be doing every time you put on a new goal. You'll learn how to find the pattern in which you manifest certain types of things. And you'll also learn the 2 things you should do every time you complete a goal on your vision board. Now, if you look on my website, you'll see that this 37-page guide and video kit is $49. And the people who've used techniques found in this kit have said, I've had vision boards for years, but I've never seen my goals come alive as quickly and as effectively as they did after Adise mentored me. Now, right now on newmoneymama.com, you'll see that I'm selling a abundance lunch bundle. That's where you can get 2 products in one. You can find an extra $300 this month and every month for $19. And as a bonus, I'll include a vision board that works. Now, that's an awesome package. It is freaking awesome, so I hope that you'll take advantage of that while we have that running. Now, those of you who know me, you know that I like to give bonuses to those who show up to my live events and online chats. So if you go to newmoneymama.com/webinar bundle, you'll find an extra $300 this month and every month for $15. And I'll still include a vision board that works. This is my thank you because you spent this time at this webinar investing in your wealth mindset today. But remember, you got to use this link, newmoneymama.com/webinar bundle, all one word. Now, how is that for a fantastic bundle? Seriously, you use this and you're going to be accessing information with your left brain and right brain. So this is an awesome way to launch your abundance now. In this webinar, you learn the 3 mistakes women make with money. Being intimidated by money and therefore acting different around money. Over-focusing on reducing costs instead of giving energy to creating more money. Waiting on something or someone else to change before taking action. See, we have no guarantee that tomorrow comes. Live prosperously today. Win the money game in your mind, and it starts to affect the money game that is around you physically and energetically. Do not cower before money. Be the master over money. Be the one in dominion over money. Money is to serve you. One of my mentor crushes, Tony Robbins, said this: never leave the scene of a decision without taking a specific action toward its realization. Act on the 3 tips to adjust for abundance. Carry cash. Get some money buddies. Track new money and train yourself to see and receive money daily. And take daily action. A small action every single day that keeps you moving towards the fun, prosperous, and enjoyable life you desire. Money mamas and you few brave money papas on the call, what do you want to be different this year? What direction are you headed? Download the 30-day tracker to help you steer you in a new direction. May I share with you a message I got in my fortune cookie? One person with a belief is equal to a force of 99 who have only interest. Do you have belief that you are worth more? Or are you simply interested in the idea? See, I have conviction that you are worth much, much more than you are allowing yourself. I know that you have infinite divine worth and that there is infinite divine abundance all around you, there to serve you, to live a joyful mission on this planet, making an impact not just for you and for your family, but your community, and expanding out to all of the sisters who are waiting to know that they too are worth much more. Abundant joy, abundant resources, abundant relationships. You women are marvelous. Be gentle. Be kind with yourself. Focus on the little step you can take today. Do it. Tomorrow will reveal the next step. Remember, when you drive at night, the headlights of the car can only see so far. But if you just keep moving forward, taking a step tonight, the next step will reveal itself tomorrow. Okay, we're at the end of our time together. Money Mamas, in this webinar, you have gotten 3 great simple tips. Use them and go forward with prosperity and joy. I promise you, as you tune in to your divine purpose, and as you start to believe that you are worth more, and as you start to see and tune into the abundance that is already around you and coming in, I promise you that more will reveal itself. Line upon line, right? Lesson upon lesson. Test this out. Test it out and prove it to be correct. This is Adise Boucher, the new Money Mama, reminding you that life is rich, and so are you.